The human body is designed to seek out what nourishes it: sunlight, healthy food, restful sleep. Yet as we age, a crucial form of nourishment, one that is deeply woven into our cellular health, often gets forgotten. It isn't a new supplement or a complex exercise. It's a natural biological process that quiets the mind, enriches the blood, and keeps delicate tissues healthy. Its absence is felt not as a sharp pain, but as a subtle sense of disconnection from our own bodies, a fading of that inner light we call vitality. We may chalk it up to just getting older, but this quiet decline is not inevitable. There is a simple, private, and powerful way to reclaim that connection, a form of self-care that has been hiding in plain sight. I'm Dr. Emily Hart, and for over 15 years, I've had the privilege of helping women navigate the beautiful and complex journey of aging. I'm here to help you navigate the changes in your body with clarity and compassion. This channel is a space for us, a place for honest, expert-led conversations about our health. If that sounds like what you need, I hope you'll consider subscribing. And before we go any further, tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? I love knowing where this community of strong women comes together from all over the world. Today, we are going to talk with dignity and medical honesty about a topic that is profoundly important for our well-being, yet so rarely discussed: the health benefits of self-pleasure for women over 60. I want to reframe this act not as something frivolous or shameful, but as a vital restorative health practice, a way to honor and care for your body, regardless of your relationship status. This is about physiology, it's about vitality, and it is absolutely essential. Let's begin with the very foundation of our feminine health: restoring circulation and tissue vitality. After menopause, as estrogen levels decline, many women experience changes in the pelvic region. The tissues can become thinner, drier, and less elastic, a condition known as vulvovaginal atrophy. This can lead to discomfort, dryness, and a general feeling of fragility. It's a quiet frustration that can make you feel like a stranger in your own body, affecting everything from your comfort sitting down to your confidence. I remember a patient of mine, a wonderful woman named Carol, a 68-year-old retired teacher. She was an avid gardener and book club member, full of life. But she came to me with a concern she could barely put into words. She said, "Emily, it's like that part of my body has just gone to sleep. It feels forgotten." She wasn't sexually active with a partner, but she felt this deep, anatomical disconnect, and it worried her. Here is the science behind what Carol was feeling. Think of the delicate tissues of the pelvic region like a garden. Without regular, gentle attention, the soil can become dry and compacted. Blood flow is the water for this garden. Arousal and orgasm cause a significant increase in blood flow to the entire pelvic area. This rush of oxygen and nutrient-rich blood is profoundly nourishing. It's like a spring rain after a long dry spell. This increased circulation helps maintain tissue elasticity, encourages natural lubrication, and can even stimulate collagen production, which keeps the tissues plump and resilient. It's a beautiful example of the body's use it or nurture it principle. The solution for Carol and for so many of us was to see intentional touch as a form of physical therapy. I explained that gentle self-stimulation, even just a few times a week, could act as this vital irrigation for her internal garden. We discussed using a high-quality, water-based lubricant to make touch more comfortable and pleasurable. The goal wasn't about performance. It was about presence. It was about sending a signal to her body that this area was still a valued living part of her. Within a couple of months, Carol reported feeling more comfortable, less dry, and most importantly, she told me, "I feel whole again. Like I've reclaimed a part of myself I thought was gone for good." That is the power of restoring this fundamental connection. Now, let's move from the physical to the profound impact this practice has on our nervous system. Let's talk about your body's built-in stress relief and sleep aid. Life after 60 is often not the quiet, peaceful retirement we see in brochures. Many of us are caring for grandchildren, managing households, navigating our own health challenges, or processing a lifetime of experiences. The mind can feel like a busy intersection at night, with thoughts of worries and to-do lists that make deep, restorative sleep feel impossible. You lie in bed, exhausted but wired, your body tense from the day. I think of another patient, Susan, a 72-year-old widow who was the cornerstone of her family. She was always doing, always giving. She came to me because she was suffering from persistent fatigue and insomnia. She tried everything, herbal teas, meditation apps, reading, but she couldn't quiet her racing mind. Her body was holding on to the stress of her day, and it wouldn't let her go. The science here is truly remarkable. When you experience an orgasm, your brain releases a powerful cascade of hormones and neurotransmitters. You get a surge of endorphins, which are the body's natural pain relievers and mood elevators. You also get a flood of oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone or cuddle hormone, which promotes feelings of calm, contentment, and safety. At the same time, this process significantly reduces levels of cortisol, the primary stress hormone. It's like pressing a physiological reset button. It physically commands your nervous system to move from a state of high alert into one of deep rest and repair. The solution for Susan was to create a new kind of bedtime ritual. Not one focused on trying to force sleep, but one focused on intentional release. I encouraged her to create a peaceful, private sanctuary in her bedroom and to dedicate 10 to 15 minutes to a practice of self-pleasure, with the sole intention of soothing her body and mind. It wasn't about achieving a specific outcome. It was about the process of gentle, loving touch. The tangible benefit was almost immediate. Susan found that this practice allowed her to finally let go of the day's tension. The hormonal release acted as a natural sedative, allowing her to drift into a deeper, more restorative sleep than she had experienced in years. She started waking up not just rested, but more resilient. She was giving her body permission to release the stress it had been holding, and in return, her body gave her the gift of peace. If this is resonating with you, I hope you'll consider sharing this video with a friend or a sister who might need to hear this message of hope and health. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, let's talk about reclaiming joy and body confidence. As we live longer in our bodies, they become maps of our lives. We have scars from surgeries, joints that ache with the memory of past adventures, and skin that tells the story of our years under the sun. It can be easy to start seeing our body primarily as a source of problems, of aches and pains that need to be managed. We can lose touch with its capacity for pleasure, for joy, for simple, uncomplicated sensation. Margaret, a 75-year-old patient of mine, embodied this. She'd lived with chronic hip stiffness for years and had come to associate her body with its limitations. She once told me with a sad smile, "I feel like my body is just a machine I have to keep running. The fun parts are long gone." This sense of resignation is a quiet grief that so many women carry. They feel their time for sensual vitality has passed, and they have closed a door on that part of themselves. But the science of neuroplasticity tells us a different story. Our brain's ability to form new neural pathways doesn't expire. When we engage in pleasurable touch, we are actively creating and strengthening pathways for joy and sensation in our brain. It is a form of mindful practice. The endorphins released during orgasm, as we discussed, are powerful natural painkillers that can temporarily reduce the perception of chronic pain, like Margaret's stiff hip. But beyond that, the act itself shifts your entire focus. It moves your attention away from what hurts and toward what feels good. It's like tending to a garden that you thought had gone dormant, only to find that beautiful, resilient flowers are still able to bloom with a little care. The solution for Margaret was to reimagine her relationship with her body. I invited her to embark on a gentle exploration, an act of radical self-discovery. The goal was to find pleasure in her body as it is today, not as it was 30 years ago. It meant discovering what felt good now, without judgment or expectation. For her, It started with simply noticing the sensation of touch, and slowly, she began to reawaken her body's capacity for pleasure. The benefits were transformative. She found moments of relief from her chronic discomfort, but more than that, she found a renewed sense of confidence. She started to see her body not as a failing machine, but as a source of wisdom and sensation. She told me, "I'm remembering that I'm not just a collection of symptoms. I am a living, feeling woman." This is the forgotten key. Self-pleasure is not a compromise or a substitute. It is a direct, powerful, and medically sound way to care for your whole self. It is a declaration that your body is worthy of care, attention, and joy at every single stage of life. I want to leave you with this. Your body is not a history book of past pains or a checklist of future worries. It is your home right now. It is a living, breathing source of wisdom and vitality. You are worthy of pleasure. You are deserving of health. And you hold the power to nurture that connection within yourself. I would be so honored if you shared one word in the comments that describes how you want to feel in your body. Let's fill this space with words like vibrant, strong, peaceful, and joyful. Let's inspire one another. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Until next time, be well and be kind to yourself.